I know you said you wanted to become a high value woman, and that is why this is gonna be a very important video for you to watch, because you can't become a high value woman when you're not used to boredom. Boredom is the place where the best ideas, the most creative ideas, erupt in a woman's heart and soul. And the reason why I say this is a lot of the times in our life we have so many distractions, so much noise going on, that we don't take time to process things, we don't sit with ourselves. And women's essence is truly noticed when she's able to sit with herself, when she's able to acknowledge the things she feels, when she understands herself to such a deep level. Because a woman's intuition is very powerful. When I say that intuition is powerful, it cannot be powerful when there's too much noise around her. It overwhelms her, it overwhelms the soul. Boredom actually becomes a really big and important factor in a woman's life. And mastering boredom in this day and age has become extremely difficult because we have so many ways to get dopamine hits, and we've leaned towards a side in society where it's easier to just give up on yourself and give up on the mental faculties that a woman needs to have to become the highest version of herself by just doing things that give you easy dopamine hits. And that is what is stopping you from reaching your fullest potential in the long run. You may think you're happy or successful right now, but if you want to be happy and successful in the long run, your womb and intuition has to really align with who you are, and that only happens through boredom. Think about this. If you're working all day, if you're studying all day, you're not taking time to process and nurture yourself as a woman at all, because you're working for somebody else's dream. You're studying to reach your long-term dream. But what about taking care of your soul? These things may satisfy your mind. Educating yourself satisfies your mind. It's very important. Working every single day also provides so much knowledge. You learn something every day. Market intel is so important. Understanding the world, the things that are happening around you is so important. But if your soul is not understood, none of this makes sense, because you won't be able to find your purpose. If your soul isn't able to align with the work you're doing, with the studying you're doing, you're always going to feel lost. And that is where boredom comes into play. How hard is it to just sit with yourself and take time to just breathe and understand who you are as a human? Have you even thought about trying? This is something that I'm also actively still developing. I'm working towards building a really strong relationship with God, and my hardest moments with God is at the end of the day sitting at the ledge of my bed and just praying and talking to Him and filling Him in on everything that's happening, everything I'm feeling, and nurturing that aspect, because it's hard to sit with yourself. It's not easy to put your devices to the side, put every single thing to the side, and sit on the ledge of your bed and talk to God. It's a little bit difficult when you start, but anything that's difficult is worth doing when it gives your soul true peace. Think about how many gaps you have in life that you fill with white noise. How many times are you watching TV while eating food? You're going to the gym, but you're always listening to music. You want to elevate, but you're using too many external sources to elevate. When a woman is in tune with herself, she doesn't need external things to elevate. You don't need caffeine, you don't need music, you don't need alcohol, you don't need any of it, because our womb is really powerful. You can smile with your womb. If you try this, when you have a genuine smile, you will notice you feel it over here. You'll feel the smile come from your womb. And a man can make you feel that, but I want you to feel that for yourself. I want that to come from you. I want who you're becoming to be the reason why you smile from your womb. It's so powerful knowing that you can smile like that because of yourself. And boredom helps you figure these things out. There's so many things that I wasn't acknowledging about myself that just sitting with yourself gives you. Being bored is the best space to be in, because you get so creative. When you're burnt out, when you've studied such long hours and you're losing your purpose, you're like, I started this job, I started this educational path, but it's not propelling me the way I would, because you're burning yourself out. So when you have the free time, don't just sit and watch TV. Don't just sit and doom scroll. These are habits that are holding you back, and you think you're decompressing yourself, but you're not, because your soul is still misunderstood. Your soul still doesn't feel heard. Because I take time to sit with myself, to be so bored with myself, I'm like, what could I possibly do? I used to think boredom is such a waste of time. I'm like, if I'm not filling every minute of every day with some productive activity that's increasing my monetary value or is increasing the status I have through the achievements I'm building, then it's useless. But even taking time for yourself to just sit in boredom is building that, because you get so creative. You'll get ideas that you can never get when you're just constantly cluttered in your head with all the external things happening. If you're genuinely trying to sit in boredom but you don't know how to, here are a few things you can do. Go to the balcony, sit without a book, without journaling, sit without your phone, without having food in front of you, anything in front of you, and just sit and observe what's happening outside. Just observe. For 20 minutes, sit and observe. Take it in. Any thought that comes to your mind, let it sit with yourself. Don't rush it. Don't play with too many ideas. Let it just ebb and flow through you. See where your mind takes you. Your mind is going to think of 10 different things, and you'll understand a pattern. You'll recognize unhealed parts of your soul and your mind, because your mind's going to think of things that you don't actively think of through the day. And these things are going to either show you maybe you have to work on something, maybe there's some part of yourself that you haven't been acknowledging, maybe you've done something that you shouldn't be doing, and these things come to light in these moments. A simple habit to get rid of ways that you're filling the gaps is don't doom scroll on your phone while you're traveling to places. Don't watch TV while you're eating your food. Stay present with your food. If you're out in public, don't look at your phone and walk. Look at people, smile at people. The one thing in this world that makes this world go round, especially for a woman, is the kindness in her soul and her heart and what she presents to the world. How much kindness can you give anybody in this world? You're walking on the street, a nice smile, greet somebody, but with intention. Me just saying, hey, how are you? That's not intentional. When I'm asking, hey, how are you? It has to be so intentional. I have to mean it. I have to mean my hey, how are you? I want to hear an answer from them that means something. This is intention that you can only create when you're being intentional with yourself, because until you pour into yourself, you can't pour into somebody else. When you're sitting bored with yourself, you come up with ideas that aren't going to occur otherwise, because you're used to reading 500 ads and 500 billboards and intaking all of those ideas. You're used to seeing all the politics on the news and intaking that idea, and you're used to all the people in your life's ideas coming to you. So until you don't start valuing yourself enough to sit with yourself and hear yourself, you keep building your opinions on other people's opinions. You keep basing your ideas on other people's ideas, which is good, but your essence comes through when you sit with yourself and understand yourself through boredom. Don't try to fill in every single gap of your day. If you're bored, pick up a random hobby and try it out. I had a very intense chess phase in the middle. A while back, I had a very intense reading phase. I would love to build these habits and become extremely efficient in them, but I allow myself to just have hobbies. Stuff like that fulfills my soul as a woman. These are the things that make you smile. These are the things that give you the grace that you need. And grace is so important, because being intentional with the way you just move in this world is what differentiates you from anybody else. I used to be such a fast walker. I never gave myself time to think or breathe. Everything was just go, go, go. 8 hours of training, study, go to classes, go to meetings, come home, eat, do homework, go for training, go to the gym. This was my life, and I was just rushing from one place to the other to the other. I was giving myself no time. I was so structured to the point where I was giving myself no time to enhance my feminine energy. I was walking like a man. I was talking like a man. Everything was just extreme speed, speed, speed. But doing these same things with grace is what lets you nurture who you are. And it's so important, because I can still go from one place A to place B, but maybe if I took some time to just roll my shoulders back, take a deep breath, walk upright like a woman, instead of going really quickly, rushing, just walking slowly, being intentional with each step I take towards my destination. Things like that nurture a woman. Women are good at giving other people purpose because they have a strong purpose, and that is where the feminine energy comes into play. but you have to nurture this for yourself. So slow down a little bit. It's important to just slow down. Being bored means slowing down, acknowledging what's happening with you, acknowledging what's happening in your surroundings, noticing gaps where you can add value in other people's life. This doesn't happen when you're just. Instead, take a step back. You're in an argument with someone, get bored. Get bored. Be like, okay, this argument is happening. I don't think I can answer in a feminine way, in a way that honors myself and God. So get bored. Go back to the conversation once you're bored, because in boredom lies creativity. You want to propel your business? Get new ideas by being bored. You want to elevate your life at home? You want to come up with a new organizational system? Get bored. If you're trying to figure out a solution to a problem you're having, for example, if my problem is that I don't feel like I have enough time in the day to achieve all the goals I want to achieve, have this one thought at the forefront of your mind and sit at the balcony for 20 minutes, put an alarm, you won't do anything, and just think about it. Your brain is going to come up with so many different ideas. Put yourself in a solution-oriented headspace. So let all the negativity flow for the first 10 minutes. Be like, yeah, I'm complaining in my mind to myself. It's okay. First 5 minutes, let yourself just complain and then acknowledge what you're talking about. So if I'm complaining for the first 5 minutes and I'm upset and I'm like, I don't have enough hours in the day, I have so much work to do, I don't think I can survive like this, I have no help, let all the complaints flow. After a little bit, attach a thought to it. Be like, okay, so I see and I hear myself being upset right now. I see that I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm feeling restless. My soul doesn't feel comfortable. So place a word or a sentence to acknowledge what you're feeling. Once you feel like you've heard your own self, find solutions. Yeah, you're alone in the situation. And as humans, as women, we come in this earth alone, we leave this earth alone. It would be nice to have support, yes, but can you rely on support always? No, or you'll be stuck. So what are you gonna do? How will you get yourself in a situation where you can elevate your life as a woman? Let the thoughts flow, and you're gonna see how 10 ideas come to your mind in that boredom. Because you're forcing yourself to be bored and you're forcing yourself to be solution oriented, you'll figure the solutions out. Now you have solutions. The next day when you're bored and you're taking that 20 minutes of time to just be bored, keep the new thought at the forefront of your mind where you're like, now I have solutions, let me see how I can implement it in my busy day to achieve the goals I want. The more intentional you are with yourself, the less help you need from other people for just maintaining yourself, maintaining and regulating your emotions. The more value you place in yourself by giving yourself this time to be bored, the more you'll stop placing your value in other people's hands, because you'll understand yourself so deeply that you won't feel the need to be understood from the world. Then you'll just be appreciative when someone tries to understand you, when you build a community, when you build people around you that acknowledge and know you and your soul. But the reason you're not able to find that is because you're still finding your soul. I think we're at such a lovely stage in life where we still have time to explore ourselves, understand ourselves, because before we have external responsibilities. When you become a mother, your responsibilities shift, your priorities shift. You want to nurture that life so deeply, they become so close to being your first priority, you're not even thinking about yourself. So right now is a great time to build a foundation where you can take care of yourself so you can nurture life. The better you understand yourself, the better you can give to this world, the better you can be a mother, the better you can be a sibling, the better you can be a daughter. Our strength and weakness as a woman is our emotion. What makes us a woman is the fact that we have these amazing emotions that have their highs and lows. That's what actually our essence is about. But when they're not regulated, it can become extreme. And we use being a woman as an excuse, and that's not acceptable, because there are women that are so powerful, that are so regulated, and it's because they sit with themselves. They allow themselves to have hobbies. They allow themselves to really understand who they are in their feminine. It gives a lot of purpose to understand that this is who you are and it's beautiful. A woman is so beautiful. Smile with your womb and you'll see your own beauty eventually. Because your beauty doesn't lie in how you look, it doesn't lie in what type of makeup you use, what type of clothes you wear. That all adds to it. But your true essence as a woman comes from the aura that you have, from the smile you give, from the value you add just by being a happy individual who wants to add value in other people's life. If your skill set aligns with academia, you're going to add value that way. If your skill set aligns with wanting to nurture life, you're going to add value that way. Find out what gives you purpose and value, and then use that to propel yourself as a woman. Do it in your feminine energy. Nothing in this world can touch you if you do that. You become so untouchable. Your self-worth elevates and grows so extremely. So for the next 30 days, just trust me on this. Sit with yourself every single day for 20 minutes. If you don't know what to do, forget it. Just sit with yourself for 20 minutes. Choose one location every single day that you want to sit at and just sit and listen to your thoughts. At the end of the 30 days, you won't even need me to tell you what to do next. You will know. Because your intuition is gonna guide you. Your intuition is so pure. And if you build a relationship with God in the meanwhile, intuition plus God plus you wanting to be honorable, you'll be undefeatable, indestructible in the most graceful way. Take a chance on yourself and just see what's the harm. I'm only asking for 20 minutes of your day. So what I want you to take away from this video is, get bored for the next 30 days, every single day for 20 minutes, and come back and tell me if it worked. I don't even need to tell you the next steps. You will know your next steps.